You know what, guys? What I feel like is a good barometer of a player that a club is signing is how the selling club feel, or how the fan base of the selling club feels about that player being sold. And I must say, I'm feeling good about it.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
We've got the here we go, ladies and gentlemen, from Mark Yu. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. Yeah, I'm feeling good, but I hope you're doing well. I really do hope that. And welcome back to Chelsea News. Here we go. Mark Yu to Chelsea for €6 million. Oh my God, what a potential deal this could be. He's, of course, and rather unsurprisingly, expected to sign a long-term deal at Chelsea. I'm going to cite an article from goal.com to find out a little bit more about this kid, which I feel like will be interesting. But I want to say, I think this could be, for all the... I just was going to say, for all the heat Chelsea catch for selling loads of different kids, but I mean, you know, people are naturally incredibly excited about Kendrick Pires and Esteban Willian. And, you know, I don't think anyone's down on Andre Santos or Cesare Cassidy as signings, you know. So, I don't know how much... I feel like in like, the idea of it, they catch a lot of, like, heat and, I don't know, like... I was going to say criticism, but, maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. Of course, the concerns remain. Are they going to get game time? Are they just going to be sold as assets? But... before we read this article, there's a few things to consider about Mark Yu, and I will go into them here for you. In the meantime, I want to thank you for joining me. As always, thank you for supporting the content by liking and subscribing. And if you choose to subscribe, a lot of people have been upset I haven't sang it recently. You should hit that sweet, sweet bell, baby. Sweet, sweet bell, baby. Different keys, different vocal runs, we move. So, we will read this article in just a moment, but Mark Yu is a 18-year-old centre forward who plays for Barcelona, who has 12 months left on his deal, and Barcelona wanted to keep him. They wanted to extend his deal. He scored in his debut. He's just a really good profile of centre forward. And like I said at the top of the video, what I always think is a good barometer is how fans feel. If they're like, yeah, you're bad anyway, go run off to Chelsea or whatever. But I was going through, you know, this is so like, it's proper like teenager of me, but I was going through his latest social media post on Instagram, scrolling through the comments, because that's often where people gather to voice their opinions on an imminent sale. And all of them were begging for him to stay, you know, slagging off Chelsea naturally, saying, you know, they're a dead club or whatever. Which is nonsense. But, yeah, they all want him to stay, saying, you can be great, look, Lewandowski's going to go, you're the one, like, don't go to Chelsea, and, like, think about us. I saw a comment saying, which, I should laugh and I shouldn't laugh, about how much financial trouble they're in, and they're only selling him for €6 million, at least sign a new deal, and, you know, go for more money, and all this kind of stuff. But no, it looks like, on the surface of it, and in immediate terms, that Chelsea are signing a very good, very young centre forward for very little. Now, another really important talking point here is Chelsea are giving him significant wages. I spoke about this on my Instagram. If you're interested in following me on Instagram, it's @FootballYannick. Like my second channel, Football Yannick. So not Football Therapy, Football Yannick. And I speak about stuff on there all the time and do live streams and whatnot. And often update my story on that. But I was talking about, like, we're giving him significant wages. Not crazy wages, but significant wages. And it has to be for the first team. It's not Strasbourg loanee wages. It's certainly not development squad wages. It's, here's a lot of money, mate. Barcelona can't have offered you not even half of this. We're giving you this because we value it that much. We think you're that good and we're going to use you. And you're going to be a striker for Chelsea. I mean, wild. I mean, if you're good enough, you're old enough and all that. And again, Lamine Yamal, 16-year-old starting for, you know, his country in the international tournaments and starts for Barcelona at 16. An 18-year-old centre forward. Obviously, he's not going to start over Lewandowski or whatever. And of course, they've got Ferran Torres and others as well. Ferran Torres still play there? Anyway, Barca's had so many ins and outs. Point being, It looks like he's going to be a Chelsea first teamer, which is pretty wild. He's tall, he's fast, he's strong, like I said, he's a striker. But let's learn a little bit more about him now from an article on goal.com from a chap called Thomas Hindle. Let's learn together. Marc Guiu, Barcelona's atypical teenage talent who Chelsea and Bayern Munich are chasing. The chase is over, my friends. And Bayern Munich didn't win. The 18-year-old netted the winner on his Blaugrana debut just seconds after coming off the bench, but could now depart this summer. Spanish publication Sport called him a striker in the shadows. A former coach admitted he was unstoppable with space. In October 2023, Guiu became a Barcelona cult hero overnight. The 17-year-old who had salvaged a result for his team within seconds of emerging into their consciousness and was being tipped to become a crucial part of the setup for years to come. Guiu wasted little time in introducing himself to the world that night against Athletic Club, around 23 seconds in fact, where Ferran Torres and Joao Felix had failed. He succeeded, darting in behind the visitors' defence, taking one touch before steering the shot off the leg of Unai Simon and into the back of the net. High-profile goal winner for Barcelona. It was a goal that demonstrated everything that Guiu is about. He is a player unlike modern La Liga strikers, an archetype that Spanish football rarely churns out. Guiu is strong, fast and direct. By the way, and this is what we've been looking at with like Samu and Duran and stuff like that, and even Seshko to a degree. It's direct Seshko. A physically gifted and ruthless number 9. They are the words that you want to hear when you buy a striker. This is not a link-up striker or a false 9. And although Enzo Maresca will want passing footballers, it looks like for a long time we've been looking for just a number 9, like a sniffer in the box, a strong guy, a fast guy, a guy who can run the channels. Guiu is potentially a... look, this is just an article, but they're singing to my soul. Guiu is potentially a game-changing goal scorer, something he showed in his Barca debut, of course. However, the chances of him becoming a part of the furniture in Catalonia now look far less certain, as it's emerged in recent days that Bayern Munich, and in particular, Chelsea, are pushing to get hold of the Spanish striker this summer with a release clause of just €6 million. £5 million. I'll say it again. £5 million. With that in mind, Goal takes a look at the potentially ruthless number 9, who could well now be seen as the one that got away from Barca. And that's the one that got away from Barca. That's what I want. Screw Barcelona, man. Come on, we're Chelsea fans. We all know how we feel about Barcelona. It's not taking like Lamine Yamal, but it's taking their striker that they love. Let's have a look here. As well, where it all began, the origin story. Of course, the big break was in 2023, and while Yamal was the biggest name in Spain's under-17 side at European Championship that summer, Guiu had a decent claim to be their best player. Better than Lamine Yamal. Have we signed an absolute prodigy for £5 million? The striker scored 4 goals as Spain made a run into the semi-finals, equaling Yamal's tally for the tournament. That proved to be enough to earn a spot in the Barca Athletic squad, who he played the Spanish third tier, and then he started early on, scoring 5 goals in the first 2 months. Xavi took notice, of course, Barcelona manager, in October, naming the 17-year-old in his matchday squad for their Liga game against Granada. That time he didn't make it off the bench. A fortnight later he did, and he went down in the folklore, of course, scoring the winner. How's it going? Guiu's remarkable first team debut has stunned the rest of Europe, but not the then Barca coach Xavi, who admitted he could tell Guiu was ready, saying this: "I saw Gavi, Bold? I know the players, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Lamine, Fermin Lopez, and I saw it in Marc. There's no fear in his face. I told him he would get one chance. He gets one chance. And he took it. I felt he was ready. I'm really happy for Marc. He's a good kid who works hard." So his biggest strengths are... His most obvious strengths are clear to see when he steps up on the pitch. He's immensely strong, quick, and a powerful player. Hot dog! Sounds like he's perfect for the Premier League to me. He has a long stride, a bruising physique, and an arrowed running style that makes him a handful for defenders. The 18-year-old isn't necessarily a deadly finisher. Still, he's instinctive around the box and has a solid right foot. He's also good in the air, which we really need. We keep looking at strikers that are good in the air. Something La Masia coach Ivan Carrasco described him as his best attribute. There you go. Demon in the air. We need that. Coaches have also lauded his intensity and work rate, praising the striker's willingness to press off the ball, sacrificing his own legs for the betterment of the team. That is what we want. That is what we want. This is what comes next year. Chelsea have shown their Todd Bowley-led takeover that they're keen to hoover up as much young talent as possible. It mentions here, of course, Kendrick Paez, Esteban Willian, and now scouring the rest of Europe for potential. Yu certainly fits that mold, and given his 7-figure release clause and reports suggest it could definitely be done by the end of June. Well, it looks like it's done already, with the Blues having seemingly beat off Bayern's competition to bring yet another teenager to West London. Quite where Yu fits into the pecking order at Stamford Bridge is unclear, as Enzo Maresca's attack is reshaped over the summer, and there is a chance he will be sent out on loan. I don't think he will, for the money he's on, because he's already been spoken and confirmed by Fabrizio Romano that he's not going to Strasbourg. So, unless we sign him and just loan him to, I don't know, a random team to be first choice striker, which I accept is a possibility, but why would you give him? I mean, I suppose if you'd give him decent wages because he's probably going to be on a 7-year deal. There is, however, no doubting his talent. While he has already shown he can step up and make dreams come true, Chelsea could be getting themselves another top-quality youngster. It is at a relatively low price. I'd say at a drastically low price. I must say, I love it. Largely because the Barcelona fans are fuming he's going, which to me is a good indicator that he's an absolute baller. Look, man. Of course, big names are exciting, but this is exciting to me too. I want to put out to you guys, how do you feel about this? Let me know. Please do comment down below. I think it's an absolute amazing signing for the money. I genuinely do. And the fact that it's left Barca fans fuming is an indicator that he is a good player. So let me know what you think. I'll thank you for joining me. Keep it locked to Football Therapy, of course, because there's content coming all the time. And I want you to be here with me. So thank you for hitting the bell when you subscribe, and I will see you very soon.